Hey friends, it is Amanda with Mettle Modern Design coming to you live tonight on behalf of our friends at Essential Stencil. You guys, we have got some stencil inspiration for you tonight, some staining inspiration for you tonight. I'm going to be using the new collection that is Halloween transfers and stencils. I've got a couple of ideas in mind. I'm hoping they work out like I see them in my brain. So we're gonna hop right into projects tonight. If you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Dillon. I'm the proprietor of Mettle Modern Design in Navarre, Florida. I do glass and resin art and of course wood stenciled signs. I've been a brand ambassador for Essential Stencil for quite a few years. Okay, so I'm gonna angle you down and I'm gonna pull out a couple of stain colors. I think we're gonna use the Bay Blue Minwax water-based tintable stain. And we're going to use, this one is called Botanical, I think. Botanical. And we'll probably use some black and some white. We'll get to those soon. Okay, ordinarily when you see me use a nice thick wood cradled panel, I'm using it on this side. Today we're going to kind of use it as a frame. I've got this idea. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to see. This is the Botanical. This is Bay Blue. I'm going to start on the inside here. And I will tell you, it's probably going to be a problem where this is all glued together. Glue will resist stain. It doesn't matter if it's water-based. It doesn't matter if it's oil-based. It doesn't matter if it's paint. Where things are glued will often be a contaminant that will resist paint, but we're going to see what happens. I'm just getting this all down, making sure we get all of the nooks and crannies stained. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab the stencil brush and just get a little of the stain so I can get it in the corners. The sponge is just having a little bit of a hard time being flexible enough to get into all the corners. And so we're just gonna grab a little more stain. We're just gonna come a little heavier on the edging here. So we're gonna go ahead and stain the back as well. I just wanna show you how pretty this color is. Such a pretty color. I'm gonna just grab a little green here. Just gonna see kind of how this blends and fades into itself here. I'm actually gonna use this brush. We'll just get a little of the green up in the nooks and crannies. We are just going over the blue. Just gonna see kind of what happens here. See what I'm seeing with the vision here. So blue, little green. And we just kind of shade it back and forth. What do you think? I'll grab up my heat gun. I'll give you a hint. I'm gonna pull out this stencil. So it's got the larger pattern and the smaller pattern. Here we are. I do have tape in here tonight. I'm gonna grab some black paint. I'm just gonna use one of my little backer boards here to grab it. I'm gonna start up in this corner. I'm just gonna do my best to hold this still. Try my best not to move it. Tape is your friend when you're stenciling. We're gonna see how this turns out. Okay, we've made it back up to the top. Let me see. Okay, not too bad. Not too shabby. So we've just got this pattern. So let me grab out the heat tool and we're gonna heat that up real quick. So there we go. Very simple. You grab up some black stain. Shake this bad boy up. Just gonna grab a little black. Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of come in the edges here. Now what we can do here is come in to the edges and kind of bring that dark color in here as well. I'm going to use my brush for this. I'm going to grab a little bit of my stain. It's a little bit thinner than my paint. I'm just going to offload it. So this is going to be kind of like a combination between paint and stain. Get some black into all the parts. You see how it's just kind of shaded that? That's a little abrupt. Okay, so I'm just gonna shade that in a little. We just kind of got our edges that we bring back down the green a little bit. Okay, what do we think? Is it looking a little moody now? It's looking a little moody. So look, right here, I'm gonna stop for a second. This is one of the ones I was looking at, but it's probably gonna be too small. I love the coloration on this design right here. That's a contender. I'm gonna cut him out and we can, I think he's just gonna be too small here. So maybe we could pair him with some things, but I'm gonna cut him out because I love him. He's just gonna be a bit small. If he were bigger, I think he would be fantastic in here. It's big. I do love this. I'm gonna put this down. And I'm gonna grab my burnishing tool that was right here on top before I started moving everything. I'm gonna grab this. I love this transfer so much. A little scarecrow with the pumpkins. So we've got that little part right there. Got my little sander. There it is. And I'm just gonna lightly sand out any of the adhesive that you can kind of see. And then we're gonna grab our little fence here, kind of take it right up to the edge. I'm gonna cut right along the base so it goes all the way to the bottom. We'll pop that off. It's got a little crow there, it's so sweet. Okay, and we're just gonna burnish this down. Pretty good. Okay. So again, we need to just hit it with a little bit of sandpaper here and burnish out any of that adhesive that you can kind of see. And so this is kind of what we're working with so far. We're gonna add some bats right here, right in the center. That ghost is quite right, scale-wise, what we're doing. And you can see how it's got a little hazing. Can you see that little bit of hazing? We're just gonna take our sponge, sanding sponge, and sand off that adhesive. Now look, you could, oh, that popped right off. Okay, well, it's done. So here you go. This is what we had for you tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next Monday for another stencil project. If you don't follow me over at Mettle Modern Design, I invite you to do so. I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.